Hello, hello. All right, so it's time for a weekend update, and I've been slacking on updating you guys weekly, I know, but here it goes. So last week was a track meet, as usual, and going into the meet, I was really tired. My legs weren't fresh, and I wasn't really sure how I was going to perform, but I knew I was going to do somewhat decent. The main goal was just to run as fast as possible, like any track meet I run in. And so I ran tired, but I was really happy with my race considering how I felt going into it. Ended with 13:46. I think I did a Mount Sac. Yeah, I did a Mount Sac update. 13:46 is what I ran tired, so it was really cool because my last like 7, 8, 9, my last 4 hurdles were extremely tiresome and hard, and my trail leg was really slow, and it wasn't the normal like trail leg that it is. And yeah, and then I came back and ran the 100 in 12:44, which is extremely good for me considering I used to run it in like 12:8s and 12:9 and stuff. Everyone who knows me, like, I'm not very fast without hurdles, but with hurdles I am fast. I guess I like a challenge in my race. So yeah, that's what happened 2 weekends ago. And then this past weekend, so what was this? Oh, Cinco de Mayo weekend. I had a meet at Oxy. So Oxy's like a really good meet as far as California. There's always good competition there at that meet. Last year, Jason Richardson was there, the hurdler. Is that his name? I think his last name's Richardson. The hurdler was there with the dreads and stuff, and then there were Olympic development people there last year too, and then this year there were teams from all over the world: Ecuador, Qatar, Venezuela, and some other countries that I can't really remember right now that may have had like 1 or 2 representatives. But I want to say the Ecuadorian team, the girls have like the coolest outfits. Their colors are yellow, blue, and red, and then their tops are like it's a sports bra. It says Ecuador on it, but the color pattern is like navy pattern, but it's with their colors, so it looks like extremely cool. I was low-key kind of jealous of the uniforms because they look nice. And they look like regular black people. It's really weird, but they speak like full-blown Spanish. So now, like, when people ask me where I'm from, it kind of makes sense now. Before, I guess if you're not exposed to that, then you're kind of not aware of it. But when you see it, you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense why people would think I'm not from America, even though I am. So now I understand why people always ask me if I'm from another country. But yeah, anyways, besides that, that's besides the point. This year there were tons of teams. Olympic development people were there as well as Paralympic athletes were there as well. There's always meets or races dedicated to those athletes, the 100, the 400, 200, whatever event they decide to do that day. So they're always there. Not always, but for the most part, they're always there to compete in those particular meets and whatnot. So this meet was good. We had a little bit of a tailwind, which a tailwind is really hard to gauge, like how fast it is. And sometimes you'll have a tailwind for like 5 seconds, and the wind gauge will like pick it up. And it's like during those 5 seconds, the wind's like 4 miles per hour, but the rest of the race is like there's no wind, so it kind of sucks. I'm not sure how long the wind gauge goes. It might be 10 seconds. I don't really know exactly, but the wind on the race was, I believe, 2.1, which is 0.1 over the allowable. So 2 miles per hour for wind is good. Anything over that is like you were assisted. So like when you see times that say like 12.4 and then the wind is like 4.5, it's like, even though it doesn't sound like a lot of wind, when you run with wind, it makes you like that much faster. So a 12.4 without wind might be like a 12.9 or something like that. Don't quote me on that. Take that with a grain of salt. Just know that wind makes you run faster. or over 2 miles per hour wind makes you run faster. They say 2 miles wind's not really doing too much of anything, but it's doing something, but not enough to where you're running crazy times. So, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so this meet I felt really good. I got stretched out before I started running, which is something I don't normally do. So I did that, and then I started my race. And I have like a really nonchalant warm up. Like I'm warming up, but sometimes it doesn't look like it. And I like sit down a lot. So I don't know. It's just my thought process, I guess, of me like freaking out or not freaking out. So I warmed up and all that cool stuff. And there was like the 4x8 before we ran, but it took forever. Well, it didn't take forever, but normally hurdles is like the first event, but 4x8 was the first event. So people were like warming up super early, and like 4x8 still had to go. So, but whatever, like they were warm. And I warmed up. Anyways, to get straight to the point, I ran 13:36 with a 2.1 tailwind. And my hurdles, I don't know what it is about hurdles 7, 8, 9, 10, but they're always really bad. I hit hurdle 7, I hit hurdle 8, and like it threw me off. So I like floated over hurdle 9, and then I attacked hurdle 10, and then I just ran through the line. But I was really happy with that, mainly because I ran that fast of a time with like those last 4 hurdles being horrible. So it makes me feel like I probably would have ran like 13.1 or 13 flat had I not had all those mistakes in my race, which is like the most awesome time I would ever have run. So it makes me really happy knowing that like I'm on the right track of hurdling quicker and faster and getting to be the elite athlete that I want to be and like pursuing my dreams. So I'm really happy that my coaches were like, you should keep running, because there was a point in time where I was like, I don't want to run anymore, mainly because I wasn't having fun anymore. So it was just like I was doing all this work and I wasn't seeing the benefits that I'm used to seeing. So it was really depressing. And then they looked at me like I was crazy when I told them that. And so I'm really happy that I decided to keep running, because now I'm at 13:36 with a horrible race. Oh, the wind was 0.1 over, but still it's like, yeah, whatever, you know? So I'm really happy with that race. And then I doubled back and ran the 100 in 12:27, which is my fastest 100 time ever in my entire life. And everyone knows me that I run like, you would think I was hurdling in the 100 race, and there's like no hurdles there, but sometimes my leg just does funky things. Like after I think 60 meters, I was like running straight, and then I started like floating over to the right side. I don't know why, but I was just, as I was floating, I was like, what the heck am I doing? And it was really weird, and I don't know. I do weird things in the 100, like the flat out 100. And I guess I do bad things or weird things in the 100 hurdles too, because I was hitting hurdles. So, yeah, 12:27 for me is a really good time. I'm really excited about the next meet that we have. I'm not sure where I'm going, but I'll figure that out by tomorrow. So really excited. 13:36 for my 100 hurdle time, and then 12:27 for my just flat out 100. So the past 2 weekends were awesome weekends. I forget what I ran. Oh no, I said it 12:44 last weekend for my 100 time. And the wind on this hurdle time, so the 12:27 was 1.9, so it was allowable, which is cool. And it felt fast too. Like you know how like when you take a test and you feel like you did amazing on that test, and then you get it back and you have like a C, but then when you feel like you did really bad on a test and you get it back and you have like an A. I feel like I guess track goes either way. Like when you feel fast, it normally is fast, but sometimes when you feel fast, it's slow. So I guess forget that analogy. That was really bad. Anyways, it felt fast and it was fast, so I'm really happy with that. Outside of that, I'll keep you guys updated. I forget to do these videos, but I'm going to keep doing them and giving you guys cool tips and stuff. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.